ဒီကနေ့ဒီဝိရရဲ့အနေနဲ့ကဒီရတော်တဲ့အခါမှတ်ပုံပေါ်ကြွလာတဲ့ဘက်လှမ်းတဲ့ဘက်ဆက်တဲ့ဘက်သူ့ပိုင်းနဲ့သူပေါ့နာနဲ့ရုပ်တရားတွေကျောင်းနဲ့ကျိုးဆက်တဲ့ဖြစ်နေပုံတွေပေါ့ရှိအရှိတိုင်းပြီးလို့ရသတိပဋ္ဌာန်ကြီးရမှတ်ပုံတွေပေါ့စာရင်းနဲ့လက်တွေ့ပေါင်းစပ်ပြီးတော့ပြောခဲ့ပါရဲ့ဒီစည်းရဆောက်တဲ့အခါမှာကြွတယ်လှမ်းတယ်ခြားတယ်မှတ်ကလေးကြီးအများကြီးပါနေလို့ကျုံးမှာလုံးဝတောင်းရှိပါတယ်။ဒါလေးကလွတ်တယ်ရှိရအောင်။လွတ်သွားလို့ရှိရင်လွတ်မှသိရမယ်။ရှင်းလေးသိရမယ်။ဒီရတဲ့ဒီသားနေလို့ရှိရင်မိရလည်းမိမှသိရတော့မှလည်းလွတ်မှသိပါရဲ့။ဒါတတိထူးခြားတဲ့ပုဂ္ဂိုလ်တွေမှာထူးခြားတဲ့ဖြစ်ဖြစ်လာတယ်။စည်းညာဆုံးရောက်လို့ရပ်ပြီးဆိုလို့ရှိရင်တော့အဲဒီရပ်တာကိုစိုက်ပြီးတော့မှရရပ်ချင်တာတွေဘာလို့လဲတမင်မှတ်ဖို့မလိုပါဘူးကြွလမ်းချကိုပဲထူးသတိထားပြီးတော့မလို့ရအောင်မှတ်သွားဖို့ပဲရရမယ့်နေရာမရောက်လို့ရှိရင်ရပ်တယ်ဆိုတော့အောက်ကရှေ့မှာဆောင်းကထောက်ထားတာပေါ်ဘက်ကမမကြီးဆောင်းလောင်ကြီးဖြစ်နေတာဒါရက်တယ်ခေါ်တာရပ်မှုကဒီကိုယ်လုံးနဲ့ဆက်နေတာဖြစ်တော့ဒီကိုယ်လုံးချုပ်မှရမှာစာဆိုကြည့်လို့ရှိရင်တော့အောက်ခြေကစပြီးတော့မှတ်ဖို့ပဲခြေကစပြီးတော့အပေါ်အထက်အထိပေါ့ဒါပေမဲ့အခုခေတ်တော့အပေါ်နေပြီးတော့အောက်ရက်ထားတဲ့ခြေအထိပေါ့စိတ်ကမှန်ပြီးတော့မှတ်တဲ့အလေးထားရှိပါတယ်ဘယ်ဟာပဲဖြစ်စီပေါ့အဲဒီခိုက်တာမှာထင်ရှားတဲ့အာရုံထင်ရှားတဲ့မှာဘုလိုဆေးအားဆိုင်ချိန်ကားကြပြီးတော့မိမိရဲ့အမှတ်တာသိရင်ပြီးစီတော့ပါပဲဒီနေ့အဲဒီရပ်ပုံလေးကိုရှင်းလင်းပြပြပါမယ်
In the past few days, Sayadawgyi spoke about how to observe when doing walking meditation, how to observe the lifting, the moving, and the placing. And in each part of the stepping, there is mind and matter which are related as cause and effect. Sayadawgyi spoke about this. And he spoke about how to know what is there as it is by observing with the method of satipatthana. So, in doing the walking meditation, to be aware of every step, every lifting and placing, every lifting, moving and placing, is something which the yogi is fully responsible for. There shouldn't be any misses. If one misses, one should know it and one should know it immediately. If one applies mindfulness, sati, then one will know when one misses as well as when one is accurate. And this is the distinction of the person who has good mindfulness. They know both when they miss and when they are accurate. When one comes to the end of the walking path, then one comes to a stop and observes the standing. There's no need to note the intention to come to a stop. Just make observing the lifting, the moving, and the placing your priority. Try to observe these without missing, and then come to a stop at the end. In the standing position, the legs, both legs support the body, and the upper body is upright. We have to encompass the whole body when we observe standing, because the whole body is involved in the standing process. And in the text, it says to encompass the whole body by starting with the legs and moving one's attention up to the top. But nowadays, people have the practice also of observing the whole body, starting at the top and going down. But whichever way one observes, if one puts one's attention on the whole body at the moment of standing, with ardent effort and accurate aim, encompassing the whole body, one will come to know what is evident. So knowing is what will be accomplished. Today, Sayadawgyi will speak about the standing, observing standing posture.
ကျောင်းနဲ့အကျိုးလည်းစစ်ပုံပြီးလို့တတ်ပါလေ
When doing the walking meditation, yogis should keep their neck straight and their head upright, not bending over, not letting the head droop. This is also the case in sitting. If one lets one's head droop so that the neck is bent, then the bones of the spinal cord won't meet properly, and then in a short time pain will arise. In walking this happens too, because the bones aren't meeting together properly. Pain arises quickly, and this is pain that one cannot overcome by noting, because it is not Dhamma pain. It is pain that arises due to sitting or standing in the wrong way. So this happens. And whether one is standing or sitting or walking, whatever one is doing, one should keep one's spine straight, and one should keep one's neck, the bones of the neck straight so that the head is upright. And when we observe standing, we should observe standing with this upright posture. In standing, due to the series of intentions to stand, the body stands upright. Because of the intention to stand, air goes through the body and makes it upright and sturdy and stiff. The intention to stand is mental, nama. The standing itself is matter or rupa. So at the moment of standing, using the method of satipatthana as now, if one observes the lifting, the moving, and the placing with full energy, then when one comes to a standing posture, one will have the energy to see the mind and matter that occur at that moment clearly, and one will also see how they are related as cause and effect.
Sayadawgyi from Burmese, Sayadaw Sayadawgyi Sumapa. Telekona Yamu Burmese, Sayadaw Sayadawgyi Sumapa. Yamu Yipola. Katisha. The Burmese Sayadaw. The Yate. Koyo Umuyaboma. The Tigri Kaolo, put a bit on. Yet I should not say that they all you is to our check out in a fire. Young Boga say outside, check guide, Sumapa. The Yogi Tower. A day for the iron a two a late habit you did a series of the Mapua. Yogi Tower, Town Chivo, say so, yet, say as I will have Baris in a will have Baris solution. Yamu Mapo say my body. People will say for them. That is same for all. The people will see how to say for all. There are checking and yet with all. Lansan and let's set it. Take up charity city where. See, as I say, like I will find it, you change. There are good to say that. Bhavana Saita. The Yate Boma Titi Kalana, Titi Boma Sigri Saichalana, Uria Tati Tamari, the Don Yobo, Uria say your Yahu, a few to a car with her. The Diva says in Yamamuyao, so short. They shoot her. Secretary and Yale. Now, Secretary was such out of the Mari. The deep solution at the Maria and Obaya later. Mari Cheto, Kamago, I oversee the Doro. General and Shido. The Kujili could say that you see another. Say ye gave she Sintania. That's in a situation. Now, for I will say that Tao, you are suggesting, Sandwari upon the solution. Cannot need it. Tina Mita and Sunny Betty Bora. Two nine would be after the we are the Bobby. The figure is Sandow, who take the Bobby, you are usually Bobby solution. Get rid of the Roha, Chipping Yaro. Usually, at the summer. Get rid of the Roha, no shape Luma. Pity people look at it, looking at it. Say I told you that. The young who Mother I own a put at the door, teaching you to check out. Now bring up sign another food of yoga. Put at the solution, Dhamma, led to the body. Yeah, check out. You want to get in and check out. The Sina Kudu Dia, how said Peter, in got a good now, in got a good level two or a Sama, said I don't check out. You say, I would have said a party, but check that with a toilet. And Edison, the only fire, eh? But I disagree with Sensational solution. Say the Dogma. For that, lower than about, Doda Lampo, Yagarabo, Doda Lampo, that's any. The Ashibata say, Pita the lot. You didn't say outside without. She does that without my people. So you see the solution. That's in a secret to talk. The second one to talk, no second one to talk. Second one later, it's a the Kujeli in a permission of Bama, ask me, I had a yare, the water, a yare. The Kuna will say no Cessa below. Chita, a chain yala is a saying. Ari killer. In a power not for a I see about it. Now, Povas of the Lulu the moment I have a Povas are Lulu saying. The Maria Torone Mayada, Athena and Shipping. I use the release of the out of the solution. Yamu Mate Sama. None of the other body. Bama machine owner, young progress, say outside. Say the never soon up. Say it as skin. Come here, Mamma. Secretary Tanzania. Take Tambushi, eh? Tanzimu Yala is a Russian. Yona Nanu, Jona, Joe, Tio, Mamma. Jona, where did I have it? Jona, Jola, and a boy. A little query. The man singing below did a who? ဘလို့လို့ဘုရားရဲ့ကြည့်ကြတယ်ကွာ
When one observes carefully, when the lifting arises, one applies effort, aim, accurately and steadfastly observe. And when the standing arises, also applying effort, accurate aim and steadfast observation. So the standing arises. The standing posture is obvious. One has to put one's mind on it, and on this standing posture, and apply ardent effort in order to observe it. The energy of aiming, focusing accurately, also must be present. To apply ardent effort and accurate aim is the yogi's task. To observe each newly arising object this way is the yogi's task. So one uses the label, standing, standing. And if effort and accurate aim are present, then the lazy mind doesn't have any chance to arise. And neither do the wholesome qualities that are led by laziness. They also don't arise. This is the immediate benefit that one gains from the practice. All that arises is the alert, aware mind. And this is wholesome, this is kusala, and this also is bhavana. So there's effort applied to get the mind to the object. Because of effort, sati sticks to the object. And because sati sticks to the object, following this, the mind falls collectively on the object. When sati is there, samadhi follows automatically. Virya, or effort, prevents laziness from entering the mind. And sati protects and guards the mind. It blockades it so that unwholesomeness can't come in. And this makes the mind calm. And samadhi causes the mind to fall collectedly on the object. It follows naturally from sati. And because of this, the mind won't go anywhere else. It doesn't go to thoughts of sense pleasures. So we should consider what the mind is like at this time, when the mind is falling collectively on the object. The mind is clean. And because there is the jhanic factor of aiming, the factor of aiming is the opposite of sloth and torpor, this sluggish mind that doesn't want to work. And effort, virya, is also present, which overcomes laziness. So together with the jhanic factor of aim and virya, the sluggish, cold mind has no chance to arise. This sluggish mind of not wanting to do anything is the yogi's nearest enemy at the start, the yogi's nearest enemy. So the mind needs to be alert when we observe. And because of accurate aim, then the mind comes to rub against the object. It becomes concurrent with the object, as though it's rubbing against the object. And this is another jhanic factor, in addition to aiming, that arises. So that because of this, the mind contacting the object, rubbing against it, the mind becomes definite about what the object is. And this overcomes more akusala. So when this the mind is alert, and it also contains the jhanic factors of aiming and also rubbing against the object. So if we consider what happens in one moment of observation like that, there's no greed arising, no lobha, and there's no dosa, anger arising. So to one applies effort, sati and samadhi, and there's in observing in this way, there's just one collection of one clean mind after another occurring, one clean series of consciousnesses. And one of these is not much energy individually, but when we make one occur after another and then another, each one in the series is of the same nature. And so when you do it many times, they develop an type of energy. The energy of the consciousness becomes very strong. And this is what is meant by bhavana, or mental development. We have to collect this energy. And in doing this, we can't practice superficially. People who practice superficially will never be able to develop knowledge. But if one works respectfully, then when one observes the standing posture, one applies effort and accurate aim so that there's steadfast observation. And the mind becomes clean, free of fault. This is truly good. If we do this a lot, if there's a lot of if the clean mind occurs again and again, first of all, before we know anything at all, the mind becomes clean. And so because it is clean and free of fault, this is good. And when the clean mind occurs many times, then mind and matter cause effect. We come to know these, and this is correct. One doesn't know one doesn't come to know mind and matter or cause and effect because of thinking or reflecting or analyzing about it. One comes to know automatically through the practice.
Pamatata shoot it a late shear, Anupasi, Taka, a late Halley look here. Lichi Mamialuchi, a young go, says some of Yapoli, Magna Larola. Kerala, Anupasi for our. Bari Palu Yan the Rome no Sura Yamu Popo Jimboli Edisi Certificate Puruji Asset Edema Certificate or the lecture or the teaching and the Mari lecture or Edaha a new person I take over. Any attack will be pardon. Any attack will give you a Mapahu will say, Yamu Mateka, Nubasana, Machifu. A little will have a layer and a video. It's in Padora, it's in Padora, I don't know. Did a little way, a little king of Padora, and a little way. I keep Padora Guna, Udia Tati to Maridi, fire. Paro Batula, Soro. As yet from a she, Nana Yotia, Tila, Panavazon Yotia, Tila.
The standing posture is kaya, physical. And while standing, one should have the practice of observing it repeatedly. One has to develop this practice, this habit. And when one does it a lot, then one comes to be able to observe the standing in a continuous way, continuous and constant way. And this is what is meant by anupasi. What needs to be present for this anupasana to occur? As soon as the standing arises, one has to apply ardent effort to get the mind to the object. Because of ardent effort, sati will stick to the object. Because of sati, then samadhi will arise, concentration. And these are the components of anupasana. This is the substance of anupasana, repeated observation. If these factors are not there, then there will not be any observation, any repeated observation of the standing posture. Or if these factors aren't developed by repeatedly applying the mind, then also one won't develop the habit or the practice of being able to observe repeatedly. We have to do it again and again in order to develop the ability to observe repeatedly. And what is it that comes about when we are able to observe the standing posture repeatedly? We come to know the mind and matter that occur at that moment. And the first thing we come to know is the matter or rupa.
This is a side matter. Just second on Yanidoma. Yachina. Mama Chiwari, Yera Yachina. Edina Dia Shila. Edina Dia. တွေ့နိုင်တာရက်နေတာတောင်းလုံးကြီးဖြစ်နေတဲ့ခန္ဓာကိုယ်ကြီးရက်ဆဲကနာနဲ့ရက်ချင်တာကနော်ရက်တာကရုပ်အဲဒီလိုမျိုးကွဲသိတာပြီဆိုလို့ရှိရင်ဒီလိုမျိုးကိုကွဲသိလိုက်တာနဲ့ပဲအတ္တကောင်မဟုတ်ဘူးဆိုတာပေါ့လေအတိတ်ကောင်မဟုတ်ဘူးဆိုတာရှင်းသွားတာနော်ဟုတ်တာကပါလဲဆိုတော့နာနဲ့ယုံနဲ့နာမဲ့ဒါပဲအရှိကိုအရှိတိုင်းသိလိုက်တာအဖြစ်ကိုအဖြစ်တိုင်းသိလိုက်တာအတ္တကောင်မဟုတ်အသက်ကောင်မဟုတ်ပေါ်နေတာနာနဲ့ယုံပဲဆိုတော့ရှင်းသွားတာပဲဒီတော့နာနဲ့ယုံသိကြည့်လို့ရှိရင်ရက်နေတော့ကြည့်ပေါ့ရက်တယ်လို့ရှုမှပြီးတော့ကြည့်ရမှာဓမ္မပေါ်ကစိတ်အားဆိုင်လို့ကြည့်ရပါမယ်ဆရာပဲကြည့်လို့ရှိရင်ခုနရက်ချင်တဲ့နာဆက်ဆက်နဲ့ရက်တဲ့ရုပ်ဆက်ဆက်ရှင်းသွားပြီဆိုလို့ရှိရင်ပါသိမလားအတ္တဒိဋ္ဌိဆိုတာပြုတ်သွားတာပဲနာယုတ်ပေါ်ဆက်ရှုမှတ်ကွဲအခုလိုရှုမှတ်တဲ့နည်းနဲ့ရက်တယ်ဆိုရက်ရှုမှတ်တဲ့နည်းနဲ့ကွဲတည်သွားပြီဆိုလို့ရှိရင်သက္ကာယဒိဋ္ဌိတကယ်ရှိနေတဲ့နာယုတ်တရားပေါ်မှာလွဲမှားတဲ့အယူအဆပေါ်တယ်သက္ကာယဒိဋ္ဌိအတ္တဒိဋ္ဌိကိုလည်းခေါ်ပါတယ်အဲဒီအယူအဆပြုတ်သွားတယ်လုံးဝပြုတ်ဖို့ကတော့သောတာပန်ဖြစ်မှလုံးဝပြုတ်ပါတယ်အခုတော့အရှိကိုအရှိတိုင်းသိလိုက်တာလည်းပဲပြုတ်သွားတော့အဲဒါရစေခဏမှာရှုမှတ်လို့နာနဲ့ရုပ်စဉ်းစားပြီးလူတော်မျိုးမဟုတ်ဘဲနဲ့ကြည့်လို့မြင်တဲ့အမြင်မျိုးရှင်းတော်တာလည်းပဲအဲဒီအတ္တဒိဋ္ဌိခွာတော့တာပဲ Any jewel yellow.
When one carefully observes during the standing, there is always the intention to stand happening when the body is standing up. And one will come to know this mental Dhamma of the intention to stand. And there's also the standing posture itself, the body being upright. So, in the moment of standing, what stands is the body, intention is mind. So if one discerns these two, one sees clearly the standing, the body, and the mind, the intention to stand. With that seeing, one knows there's no self, there's no person involved in there. What is it that arises in the moment of standing? Not a being, a person, a self, or a soul. What arises is just body and mind. Mind and body, body and mind. So one knows what is there as it is. If we want to know mind and matter at the moment of standing, we need to observe it when it happens. And when we apply ardent effort and accurate aim to observe the standing posture, then we come to see mind and matter. And if we continue to observe, we come to see clearly. There's no self involved in this. So the view of a self, attaditi, is removed. When mind and matter arise, observe, discern, remove the view of self. Observe means to observe with the method of satipatthana as we are now. And when one observes this, when it observes the standing and sees clearly the mind and matter, then the view, the false view that there is a self there, the view that we attach to the mind and matter which are really there, this false view is called Sakkaya Ditthi. This is removed at the moment of seeing clearly. It's completely removed, the false view of a self that is that we have towards the mind and body. This is removed completely at the moment of realizing Sotapaddi path and fruition, of becoming a stream winner. But when one observes in the moment of standing, when one sees clearly mind and matter, this view is removed at that moment, and this is the benefit that one gains from the practice.
Hello, Nina. Shoot, no, Nanayo Kongo Quavo de la Fenny. A good old Ganu, the Panditama sister video, we have to do the Maridia, to say Agona, solution. Chowne, Joe, two or two theatre. Yachekana, Yachinaga, Chowna. Yachin, that's a she nelo. Don't get it, Yayu, send it up. The same she was going to say, when I go here, you'll put your leg on. The same that talk her water. Same that talk me up. Say, I talk to her, say, she knows you here. Don't know you came, talk her up. Just second on the Yachina, Chowna. Yata, Joyo. Don't know you feel like Jodia. ကွဲပြီးတော့သိလာတာပဲအကြောင်းကြောင့်အကျိုးဖြစ်ပုံလေးသိလို့ရှိရင်ရက်စဲကာလမှာရက်တဲ့အယုတ်တောင်းတော်ကြီးဟာအကြောင်းမဲ့ဖြစ်တာမဟုတ်ဆိုတော့ဘုရားရှင်းသွားပြီအကြောင်းကြောင့်ဖြစ်တဲ့အခါမျိုးမှာလည်းပဲရက်ချင်တဲ့စိတ်အစဉ်စဉ်ကြောင့်တောင်းတော်ရက်ရုပ်ကြီးဖြစ်နေတာဆိုတော့တခြားအကြောင်းမဆိုင်ဘူးဖန်ဆင်းရှင်ကဖန်ဆင်းလို့ရက်စိတ်ဆိုတာမဟုတ်ဘူးဟောရက်ချင်တဲ့စိတ်ကတော့ဖန်ဆင်းပြလိုက်တာပဲပြောမယ်ဆိုရင်သူဖန်ဆင်းရှင်လားဒါပဲတကယ်ရရုပ်ပေါ်အောင်လို့အကြောင်းကိုသိသွားတော့လည်းပဲအကြောင်းမဟုတ်တဲ့ဟာကိုအကြောင်းလုပ်ထားတဲ့ဝိသမဟိတုကဒိဋ္ဌိကြီးလည်းပဲကျင့်သွားတာပဲဘယ်လောက်ကောင်းတယ်လဲဒီမှာအဲဒါရက်ဆဲကနာနဲ့ရက်ချင်တာကအကြောင်းနဲ့ရက်တာကအကျိုးရုပ်ဖန်ဆင်းမှာမဟုတ်ဘူးဆိုတော့ကိုရှင်းသွားတာပေါ့။ဟုတ်တာကဘာလဲဆိုတော့အကြောင်းနဲ့အကျိုးကဟုတ်တာပဲအကြောင်းကြောင့်အကျိုးဖြစ်တယ်ဒါတော့ဟုတ်တယ်ဒီတော့အကြောင်းနဲ့အကျိုးပေါ်သေးမှာအကြောင်းကြောင့်အကျိုးဖြစ်ဖို့ဒီအကြောင်းကြောင့်ဒီအကျိုးဖြစ်ဖို့သိကျင်လို့ရှိရင်ခုနရက်ဆဲလိုက်မှာပေါ့ဒါပဲရမှုပေါ်စေပေါ့လက်ရှိအောင်ပါပဲဖန်ဆင်းတာမဟုတ်ပေါ်တာကြောင်းကျိုးတာဟုတ်ကြောင်းကျိုးပေါ်စေအကြောင်းနဲ့အကျိုးပေါ်နေတော့မှာရှုမှတ်ကွယ်တယ်အခုလိုရက်တယ်လို့ရှုမှတ်လို့အကြောင်းကြောင့်အကျိုးဖြစ်ပုံလေးဒီအကြောင်းနဲ့အကျိုးတခုနဲ့တခုတွဲပြီးတော့ဖြစ်ပုံလေးရှင်းရှင်းသိလိုက်တာနဲ့ပဲသူ့လောပေါ့လေဟိုတုန်းကဖန်ဆင်းထားတာများဖြစ်လေသလားဆိုတော့အဲဒီလိုမဝေပွဲနိုင်တာလည်းပြုတ်သွားတော့ပဲဖန်ဆင်းခြင်းရှိတယ်ဆိုတော့ဟောလေအဲ့ဒီမဟုတ်တဲ့အစွဲလိုကျွတ်သွားတော့ပဲအဲ့ဒီအကျိုးရလိုက်တာပဲအကြောင်းနဲ့အကျိုးသူအကြောင်းနဲ့သူအကျိုးသိလိုက်တာလည်းပဲစိတ်ကရှင်းသွားတော့တာပဲအဲ့ဒီဉာဏ်ရသွားတယ်
When one observes like that with the method of observation and clearly sees mind and matter, as one continues to observe again and again, effort, mindfulness, and concentration become stronger. They reach another level of strength. And then one is sure to come to know how mind and matter are related as cause and effect. In the moment of standing, what stands, the standing is the result, the body. And the intention is the cause, the mental cause. Because of the intention to stand, the body remains upright. Without this series of intentions to keep the body upright, the body would just collapse in a heap. But due to the intention to stand, to remain standing, the body continues to stand. So the intention here is the mental cause, nama, and the standing, the body, upright body, is the physical result. So as one practices, one is sure to come to see this clearly. So one comes to see that it's not without cause. Standing doesn't occur for nothing. It occurs due to a cause, and one sees that the cause is the intention to stand, not something else. It's not without cause, nor created by a God. There's not a creator who says, stand, and makes us stand. If there's a creator involved, it is this intention to stand. When one knows the cause for standing upright to occur, then the fictitious view that it's caused by something else, this view is removed. How good this is. So in the moment of standing, what stands is the body, the result, the intention is mind, cause. And in this moment, what arises is simply cause and effect. That's what really is there. So when cause-effect arise, if we want to know them as they are, then we have to observe standing while it happens. And when we do, we'll see that it's not caused by a creator. It's simply cause and effect. So when cause-effect arises, we have to observe with the method of satipatthana and discern. And we will see clearly how cause-effect happens. When cause-effect arises, observe, discern, remove uncertainty. So when one sees clearly like this, there won't be any uncertainty remaining. One won't wonder, does this happen because a God makes it happen? This uncertainty about why things happen is removed. Also, the view that something like a God is making it happen, a supreme being, this view is also removed. When one knows clearly cause and effect, the mind becomes clean, and one gains this type of knowledge.
You didn't see such a go matala, so I go with you, Ichiwa. Take it Sakriya, that is Sakriya, she as a word. Take it Sakriya, that is Sakriya, she was a share now. You, chance, yet yes, Radoma. I'm a great people statement with Babu. The Marita Mayana, I hope. You did the look at Bogu is a ratio when I take a lava. The Mariki only go who Tamizana, Tamizania, Mama Ganga, Yadeka, Mashire, Union and Nana, John Jolie T. Mama Gandira, give us a routine, Kurandira. A little Kayuma, Nanga Sha, you got a child, Nanga the child. The Chama the child, you are the child, go with your routine another. A little Timu Ha Sadi de Tujare, a love of Bavan to make twist of it, did it two shadows, and a two shadows at the other. It had something else. The sake of Yachine, Nadiazune, Yayu, Yudiasu, Mama Ganga, Kogoja Tujati. Pivi Sondo, Kogoja Tujati. Kore, Kogoja Tujati. Era Uvatana, a sock. Tari people are very. Ruma Yeno Yahudia, you to the Lorisian. Tala Choloma, Yet, Kama, she did a Yuna Diari. She Matibu Solution, Poor Sasa Domas with a table. You did it, say Sasa, she would take a yard. In the day, John Kovarega, Tekisakria, Tatisakria, children, Mission, Athena to Mayatu Yamaha. Yet he had China, Tibodi Javanova. She sent him into the Tata of China. And to sit up by them. It all, Layabi Atuta, Atiduri Yalu Atutega. She was yet no trouble, they eat you. Otherwise, she none of the people, they eat you. Then I believe you don't yet. And then I see what it is.
In this 60-day retreat, for the yogis who came here at the start of the retreat, 30 days are already over. During this time, one should ask oneself, how many times has one observed standing and observed clearly, carefully? How many times has one observed standing with respect and continuity, with sakacakirya and sakacakirya? If these two factors are not there, respect for the practice and making the effort to observe with continuity, to observe constantly, then it won't be easy to even gain a gross level of awareness. It won't be possible to gain samadhi. Yogis who practice respectfully know that observing the standing posture is not just for samadhi to arise. It is for developing sampajanya. It is for developing special knowledge. The knowledge they come to know mind and matter, cause and effect. They come to know correctly and completely for themselves. They come to see clearly that mind is one thing and matter is another. Cause is one thing and effect is another. Knowing in this way is special when we compare it to what we know through reading or what we know through hearing. So one comes to know this collection of mind and collection of matter. When one is practicing respectfully, one comes to know correctly, distinctly, in a special way, completely, distinctly in a special way, and distinctly in a special way for oneself. This is the start of Vipassana knowledge. And for those who are working respectfully, one can't deny that this happens. So after 1 month of practice, if one doesn't yet know the standing posture clearly, it shows that one's work is superficial. And there are 9 causes for the ruling faculties, the indriyas, to become keen and sharp. And if these 2 causes, respectful practice and constant practice, are not present, for most people who do not have these factors, one won't gain knowledge, or one's knowledge won't be clear. So if one has come here to practice and one wants to know, then one should try to get the benefit of having come here. One should try to make it worth one's while. and one should try to gain satisfaction from the practice. So Sayadawgyi is reminding the yogis about this. There's still some time remaining.
အဲ့လိုတိက္ကိစ္စကရိယာနဲ့တတိစ္စကရိယာအရေးကြီးဆုံးဒီအခွင့်အရေးနှစ်ခုရနေရတာဟာတပ္ပယကရိယာရှိလို့ဆိုတာပေါ့လေတပ္ပယကရိယာဆိုတာတိတိလျောက်ပတ်ပြုခြင်းပေါ့တိတိလျောက်ပတ်တဲ့အရာကြီးရနေတာယူတည်တည်လုံးနေတော့တဲ့အခွင့်အရေးတွေရနေတာရှိစစလုံးနဲ့အခွင့်အရေးတွေရနေတာဟာတပ္ပယခုနှစ်မျိုးရှိလို့ဆိုတာပေါ့လေအဲဒီတပ္ပယခုနှစ်မျိုးကတိပုဂ္ဂလတပ္ပယတကယ်မေတ္တာကရုဏာထားပြီးတော့ဘုရားအလိုကြဟောနိုင်ရင်ဆွေးနွေးနိုင်တဲ့ဆရာတွေပုဂ္ဂလတပ္ပယလည်းဖြစ်တယ်ပြီးတော့သတင်းသုံးပုံယောဂီတွေဒါတွေလည်းရှိတာကိုယ်ကနောက်ဆက်မပြေဘူးအဝတ္တပုဂ္ဂလောအဝတ္တနေရာထိုင်နေလည်းကောင်းတယ်နေရာထိုင်နေလည်းအဆင်ပြေတယ်အဝတ္တနေရာထိုင်နေကောင်းတယ်ကိုယ်စရရဟန်းနေလို့သုံးခါစားတာမဟုတ်ဘူးရဟန်းနေလည်းပဲသုံးခါစားတာအဆင်ပြေတယ်တော့စစ်ချက်ကောင်းတယ်ဒီနေရာအဝါဒကိုဆိုတော့ဘတ်တာဒီတိုင်းဒီတိုင်းလည်းတဏှာရီတော့တင့်လျော်တဲ့အပိချက်တရားစကားတွေကြားနာရတာအနိကကမ္မဋ္ဌာန်းဆရာနဲ့လည်းဆွေးနွေးရတော့ဒါအခွင့်အရေးတွေပဲပုဂ္ဂလာဆိုတာကတကယ်အပိတဲ့မိကောင်းဆွေကောင်းတွေရှိနေအဝတ္တကိုဆိုတော့ပုဂ္ဂလောအဝတ္တကိုဆိုတော့ပုဂ္ဂလောအထဘောဇနာသဝတ္တကိုအကောင်းကြီးမဟုတ်ဘူးလေလို့အားရှိတဲ့စားစားတွေလည်းပဲတင့်တင့်ရရတာဒါလည်းအထူးပြောစရာမရှိအဝတ္တကိုဆိုတော့ပုဂ္ဂလောအထဘောဇနာသဝတ္တကိုဥတုသိချမ်းသာလည်းမဟုတ်ဘူးသိထူတာလည်းမဟုတ်ဘူးခန္ဓာကြီးရှိတဲ့ဥဒုကိုမြတ်တာပါဒါလည်းအထူးပြောစရာမရှိဘူးအရိယပဋ္ဌသဗ္ဗယထိုင်တဲ့ခါလည်းထိုင်စဉ်းရလျှောက်တယ်လည်းလျှောက်အတိတ်အိတ်တဲ့ခါလည်းအိယာဘုံမှာလဲလဲအောင်လာလဲလဲအောင်ပေါ့လေအရိယဘုတစ်မျိုးတည်းနဲ့ပေါ့လေပြင်မှန်းခါပြီးတော့ကြည့်ရတဲ့အချိန်မျိုးလည်းမဟုတ်ဘူးညံ့ညက်တတ်တာရဲ့ဒီပေါ်လေကြည့်အချိန်ပြည့်တဲ့တပ္ပယခုနှစ်မျိုးကလည်းပဲအခုရနေတာပါဒါတွေရနေပြီဆိုလို့ရှိရင်သိက္ခာကရိယာပฏิစ္စကရိယာဆိုတာပေါ့လေအဲ့ဒါပါပြည့်စုံထားမယ်ဆိုလို့ရှိရင်ဒီယောဂီဟာတစ်ပတ်အတွင်းနှစ်ပတ်အတွင်းကိုပဲသိဉာဏ်လေးထူးခြားခြားဖြစ်တတ်နိုင်ပါတယ်ဒီတပ္ပယခုနှစ်မျိုးတော့နောက်နေ့ကြာမှာပဲရှင်းလင်းပြပြတော့ဒီနေ့ကတော့တဏှာကြီးပြည့်တော့ဒါလည်းပဲဆုံးသက်ကြပါဦး
So for these for us to have respectful practice and constant practice, it is important to have what is suitable. In addition to having a respectful practice and constant practice, one needs to have 7 kinds of suitabilities. And the first of these 7 things which need to be suitable is that of the person that we need to have a person to rely on who, with loving kindness and compassion, can speak and can discuss according to what the Buddha taught. And also the people around us, the other yogis. So we have this suitability of person in the form of the teacher and the other yogis who are not disturbing us. And the second type of suitability is avasa, the suitability of place, of dwelling. And here it's suitable. In the third suitability is gochara sapaya. And that is the suitability for monks when they go on alms round. Fourth is bhatha. That is the suitability of the persons who speak with us. And this also is present because every day, for an hour every day, and during the interviews with our individual teacher, we have the opportunity to hear and to discuss in a suitable way. And further, bhojana sapaya, suitability of food. The food here is not the best, but it's certainly suitable. So there's nothing to, we can't claim that the food is unsuitable. And further, there's udu sapaya, the suitability of climate or weather. Here, it's neither very cold nor very hot. The weather is quite balanced. The weather is quite favorable. And finally, iriyapata sapaya, the suitability of posture. In the schedule, there's time for walking, there's time for sitting, there's also time for lying on one's bed. So we don't spend the entire day in one posture. This is tiring. We have a balance of postures. So here we have the 7 types of suitability. And because we have these are fulfilled. If one also applies respect for the practice and works to try to develop constant practice, within 1 or 2 weeks one can develop special knowledge. Tomorrow Sayadawgyi will continue to speak about these 7 types of suitability. Today, that's all.